Greetings tone aficionados, Ben here from Redwitch with a super rare pedal that I'm incredibly fond of. One of my favourite fuzz pedals in the entire world, and it is this. It is the Solar Sound Tone Bender Mark 1.5. Now this fuzz pedal is one of the rarest fuzz pedals that was ever made. Possibly one of the rarest guitar pedals ever made. It was made between 1965 and 1966 by Solar Sound, only for a few months in between their Mark I tone bender and their Mark II tone bender. Now there's believed to be less than 50 of these pedals in existence. The Mark 1.5 tone bender was used by George Harrison. Mick Ronson had a Mark 1.5 tone bender. And both Jeff Beck and Jimmy Page, I believe, in the Yardbirds era, when they were both playing in the Yardbirds for that short period of time, had the Mark 1.5. Now, inside the tone bender, you can see that there's two transistors instead of the three transistors of the Mark I and the Mark II tone bender. Now, this is a primary difference. Now, a lot of people say that the Mark 1.5 is the father of the fuzz face, which is sort of true. When we take a look at the schematic, we see the actual circuit is pretty much exactly the same as the fuzz face, which came after this. But we do see some different values. Now, first of all, different transistors. The tone bender Mark 1.5 used the OC75, a transistor that's almost as rare as the tone benders themselves. So different transistors, the NKT275 was used in the fuzz face, but also if you look at the two circuits side by side, you can see there's a whole lot of different values. The input capacitor on the fuzz face is 2.2 microfarads, whereas on the tone bender it is 5 microfarads. The capacitor on the attack control is 25 microfarads on the tone bender, but only 20 microfarads on the fuzz face. You see the resistor that's coming down to the collector of the first transistor, that's 33K on a fuzz face, 47K on the tone bender. You can also see that the output potentiometer on the tone bender is 100K. The output potentiometer on the fuzz face is 500K. So same circuit, different values, and as a result, different sounds. General consensus is that the tone bender Mark 1.5 has got a much tighter bottom end, which makes a lot of sense. So, enough talk, we should have a listen to how this sounds. So that is the sound of the tone bender Mark 1.5, one of my favorite fuzz pedals. It is super rare. There's only a handful of them still in existence, which is a real shame because it's the sound that lots of people should be able to experience. So I'm going to try and do something about that in a limited form soon. So stay tuned, and hope you've enjoyed a little bit of an insight into this ultra rare old guitar effect, the Solar Sound Tone Bender Mark 1.5. Hope you're having a fantastic day, and we will catch you next time.